Welcome to
Every Day is Macaroni.
I'm Joy Alford Brand.
And I'm Juliette Connell, and we're the hosts of Everyday Macaroni, the podcast.
This podcast is a look at the lighter side of life, where we talk about our adventures as a modern blended family.
So sit back, relax,
And prepare to have your funny bone tickled.
See? Look,
I see. I know.
I didn't have any Zoom appointments today, so I was like, oh, I could wear the shirt. No one's going to see.
You're not wearing that when you do your Zoom appointments? Come on.
Oh, man. Why is this thing falling over?
Because you're touching it, Juliet.
Because I touched it, and now it wants to go over. Now it won't fall. Yeah, now it's not falling.
Okay, we got a lot going on. So let's start with the beginning.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
it's been what? How many weeks? We moved in over there.
I'm surprised you don't have it down by the the date and time.
I'm telling you, man.
It's been 14 days, 6.
No, it's been longer than that. We moved in over there February 16th. That was a Friday. So the next day is when your dad had the heart attack.
Yes.
So it has been 5 weeks, 4 days, 2 hours, and 15 minutes. No, I'm kidding. It's been, what'd I say, 5 weeks and 4 days, right?
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I can't believe I'm about to say this, but I think you need the microphone a little closer to your face.
Okay.
Don't cover your mouth.
Don't cover it, but just cover it.
Yeah, because Ron said,
Put it close to your mouth, but not so close. Like what?
Ron says
there.
not to cover your mouth because the YouTube video, you don't want your mouth behind the microphone on YouTube. Whatever.
Okay, so I gotta talk with my mouth sideways like this.
You'll need to talk like this. You'll need to go
Hello.
like this. Hello. Hello.
I need my paprikash.
Chicken paprika. All right, so, yeah, welcome back to another Everyday Macaroni episode. And this technically is going to, well, no, we'll do the April Fool's one. Since you're early, I'm hoping we can squeeze in 2 episodes.
Yeah, what can we say for April Fools?
Yeah.
Be like, la 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 la, April Fools!
No. That's going to be the next episode. Because this one we got to talk about. We have to talk about this first. Mm-hmm. We have to talk about the Mote Dragon. We have to talk about it. Because, well, first, let me finish this. Okay. I got to keep my phone up.
Sorry, people on YouTube. We are drinking and eating our coffee right now, or our cereal. It's right there by your foot.
Yeah, because my time is no longer mine.
All right.
Okay.
We are pressed for time.
Where? I dropped my...
You see it right there?
Yeah, right here. I got my little tiny raccoon hands.
Oh, actually, wait, hold on a minute. Let me drink my coffee.
Look at that. We got all our merch.
It's so good.
We got all our merch. Yeah. Look at you doing commercials. Oh, we got a commercial, too.
Yeah. Oh, God. Not one of the ones Ron made up.
Oh, that was terrible. Oh, my God. Okay.
You didn't drop it. Or at least I didn't see you drop it.
Well.
Look in the crack of the seat. Like, pick up this. Oh, there it is. No.
Yeah, our time is not our own these days.
Nope.
So we're still on this format where even though we're back up in the bonus room, I don't have any extra time to film clips and fun commercials and stuff like that. All that fun stuff that I love doing. I don't have time to do that. You know why? Because of the Mote Dragon. Now, I was on my way over here, and I was planning on being here even earlier so I could find some...
I was a little impressed over the fact that you were here, and awake before 9.
Yeah.
That was nice.
That happens a lot lately. Because the Mote Dragon stands at the bottom of the stairs and goes, Door! I dropped my barrette. Can you help me come and pick it up? Oh, my barrette, I dropped it. Oh
my God.
Yeah, Yes. So, listeners, you have to understand what it's like to be a 50-year-old woman who has moved back in with a parent. Okay, not my parent, but still. And now I'm in the weird situation of not only being a licensed attorney, going to court, doing things like that. That's what I've done in my life, right? So I'm clearly a responsible individual. Can't we say that I'm a responsible individual?
Author, podcaster.
Oh, that's right, too. Content creator. Yes. People depend on me to laugh and to bring happiness and frivolity in their lives. And what do I have to do? I have to not only explain and justify what I'm doing to the Mote Dragon, but I have to, if I can, take steps to avoid her so she doesn't see what I'm doing. And so it's kind of the weird situation where it's like, how did I wind up here? How did this happen? I don't know. I don't know. But it is an exercise in patience. And I feel like I'm trying to be like James Bond, trying to avoid the cameras in the house. You know what I mean? Trying to do.
I just got a picture in my head.
Go to the garage, getting a beer, trying to hide it. Yeah, that's what it's like.
Oh my god! Yeah, you avoiding like the laser eye, right? And
like my powder puff,
jumping over it. I know.
Because she's watching. Oh, what are you doing? Oh no! Don't throw that away. No. Oh, I need that. I need that piece of plastic. I need it. Oh, don't throw my plastic away. No. It's like, oh, come on, man. You would not believe how many sheets, towels, throw pillows, and empty plastic containers there are in that house.
Oh, yeah.
A massive amount. And so when I try to sneak something out, usually what I do, if she catches me, I tell her I'm taking it to you. Just so you know.
Got it. I was wondering why I was looking through my pantry, right? And I thought, I wonder why I have so much plastic Tupperware. I thought we got rid of that. I don't know. You must be oozing it, and every time you come over, you leave some on the counter. I don't know.
But don't be surprised.
Is that ours? No.
Don't be surprised. I will say that she has been walking around a fair amount. So she's getting around better and better. My sister gave her this fancy new walker.
Oh, yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
Which has these super
big wheels.
Yeah, but they're very spinny. Like they roll easy.
Yeah. We should probably get that same one for my dad.
It's going to be like Interstate 95 in there with those walkers.
Well, you know.
Somebody's going to have to be policing that.
Hopefully they can get to a point where they can kind of fold those and put them away. You know, you can stick them under the bed or whatever and then walk around with a cane.
And slowly, she is getting better and better, but it's taken a lot of time. I just want her to be able to get strong enough so that she can take a shower by herself.
Well, take a shower by herself, pick up whatever she drops on her own, live by herself, because that's the whole point.
Did you say herself?
Herself.
Well,
whatever.
You know, it's obvious that I want her to be able to take a shower by herself, but I don't need to see any more towel shimmy dances with the naked little lady, with the naked wet little baby seal lady, you know, where she gets out of the shower and the song is playing. Julio Iglesias is her favorite singer of all time.
Right.
Right? Loves Julio Iglesias. Loves. And Ron's got it playing on the iPad somehow.
Yeah.
And so there she is coming out of the shower and he's singing Canto a Galicia. And she's la, la. And she's got the towel and she's singing la 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 la. And got the shimmying going on with the towel. And I was trying to look away. Like I'm trying to watch her so she doesn't fall. But at the same time, it's the weirdest situation.
To give her some privacy, yeah.
It's the weirdest situation. I'm trying to look away, and there she is. She's like giving me a show. You know? She has no problem. Oh, I never knew that I would expose myself like this to you so often, so much. I'm like, yeah, well, I just need you to be able to take a shower on your own.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And then she told me, you need to give me some new braguinas.
Oh, jeez.
So I said, okay, you want me to get you some braguinas, which for anyone who hasn't listened to fake Spanish words, that means underwear, basically, panties, right? I need some new braguinas. I said, okay. So she takes me into the closet, and if you have ever been into a closet of someone who's elderly, especially somebody who's post-depression, right, still in that mentality a little bit, well, you know what I mean by the Depression, like 1930s, that era.
Yeah.
And still sort of has that mentality. Well, what she's done is she has saved a bunch of dry cleaning bags. And so she has these cubby holes, and then, of course, she has hanging things. And everything is covered with dry cleaning bags. And when I say covered, I don't mean that she has hung the thing up and put the dry cleaning bag over it. I mean, she has taken the dry cleaning bags and like laid them over the tops of the hangers.
Right.
Long ways.
So that none of the clothes that's sitting there gets dusty.
Right. And in the cubbies,
Yeah.
so she's got clothes stacked in the cubby holes, right? And then she has dry cleaning bags tucked over top and then hanging down. I can take a picture. Try to take a picture and put it on the...
Yeah. Yeah. Everything is, it looks like a store, but with plastic bags or whatever hanging over. Like she folds her clothes, puts it in the little cubby, and then sticks the plastic over it. I was surprised when I went in there and saw that too. I was like, holy cow.
It was the funniest thing. The first time I saw it, I was like, what is this? Well, anyway, so she asked me to get her some Braginas. And so she takes me into the closet and we go to one of the cubbies. It's got all the old Braginas in it, right? And she pulls out this pair and she says, I need you to buy me some of these. But you see, these are a size 7 and I need a size 8. So what she's pointing at is the little tag in the back where it says it's a large. And what she actually needs is an extra large. Right?
Which is, I'm surprised because she's lost weight since she's been sick.
Yes, but like she told me,
dang.
I said, well, these are a large. So what you're asking for is an extra large, right? She says, well, a size 8 because, I have a big ass. That's what she said to me. And I said, well, you said it. I didn't. Okay. But I have seen it plenty. And I can tell you that, she's going to need some bigger Braginas.
Oh, boy.
Yes. And so yesterday, I ran down to the Dillards and got her 3 for whatever pairs of Braginas. She was very happy. It's exactly the right ones. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Yes. So.
That's important.
No, what's important is, and I hate to say this, but it's true. They both need to be wearing the diapers. They do. They really do. Because
the 3 of us are getting
worn out.
Yeah, worn out already. My mom is like, help me. You have to get up out of bed. You got to do some stuff. Oh. And she wanders around, wants to walk around, but then when it's time to do lunch or something, get up and make it. I've already told her. I told my mom, I said, okay, so you've been given the clear to walk. The only thing you can't do is bend over. Okay, is that clear? So you cannot give water to the dog. You cannot feed it. She's like, okay, but you can make your own breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You can do that because now you can stand. Because the more you do it, the more you're conditioning yourself to be able to live on your own. I don't want to see you go into a nursing home. Oh.
She definitely is being more mobile because she is circling that staircase. I can't tell you how many times a day.
Yeah.
So much so that I can't get in and out undercover. She's there. She's watching. What are you doing? Do you want to come and look at pictures? Oh, ooh. Do you want to come and have lunch? Do you want to come and do this? Do you want to? Oh, joy. This morning I was trying to get here a little earlier so I could try to find some clips to talk about, right? Well, I was sneaking down the stairs and that guy was putting the bar in Al's
today.
bathroom. Right.
Oh,
He's
okay.
doing that this morning. So he was installing the bar. And so I'm thinking, ooh, I got the cover of that noise. I can just think. Well, the way the bedroom door opens, if you don't angle yourself just right and hug the side of the stairs, she can not only hear you, but she can see you. Right? And so here I am, dink, coming down the stairs real quiet like it's Christmas morning, right? And I'm putting presents under the tree, right? Trying to sneak out of the house. Oh, joy. So, well, my cover's blown now. Everybody knows, right? It's like the knock list has been revealed. So I go in there and I say, hey, I'm getting ready to leave. I'm going to go do some work. And I've got some meetings, right? I'm out of the house. Because otherwise, can't you work upstairs? She said that to me. Oh, you going to work upstairs, right? No. I'm going to be out of the house. I'll be back this afternoon. Okay. So she says, well, before you go, it's always a little something here, a little something there. And she's laying in bed, and I know she's sore and not having a good day because, first of all, it's raining.
Right.
And the weather affects her legs and et cetera. So I understand that, and that's fine. And I don't mind. I really don't mind.
Yeah.
That's fine. So she says, that drink Ron makes for me, can you just put the packets out and I'll make it myself? And she's not supposed to be lifting more than 5 pounds. And when you put the pitcher and the water and everything together, it's pretty heavy, really. And so I said, no. You know what? I'll make it for you and I'll bring you a couple of glasses. And then she goes, oh, but you are already ready to leave. I feel so bad. I feel so bad. Here you are trying to go. And now you have to do this for me. But if you could put them right here. Right here on this side of the bed. I say, okay. Yep, no problem. So I go make the drink and pour 2 glasses and take it and set it there so that she has something to drink and she doesn't have to get out of bed, which is fine. So then I could sneak out and, well, by then I'm not sneaking anymore. I mean, my cover's blown, right? So, yeah. And I also always get, make sure you be careful. Be careful going up the stairs and be careful coming down the stairs. Be careful, because I did fall down those stairs. And they have never let me forget it. No one has ever let me forget it. Oh, I don't want you to fall down the stairs again. It's like, oh, yeah, okay. Come on,
I think those stairs, though, they're like extra steep.
They are. They're steep.
And not the riser, but the step itself, right, is narrow.
The tread.
Yeah. Is narrow, which is kind of weird because I'm really careful when I go down those stairs. And I never go with my socks.
No. Right.
Because that's just crazy.
Although, to be fair, when I fell down those stairs, I was wearing shoes.
Oh.
So, yeah. I just hit the stair just the wrong way and bloop, 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 bloop.
Yeah.
Yep. Because I do my own stunts. And I got a little wrist fracture. Not a big deal. And she's standing at the bottom of the stairs and
crying her. And meanwhile, you're like, okay, I got to get myself up. And she's like, blah, blah.
It becomes about her, right?
Oh, my gosh.
It's crazy. Then you've got to calm her down. Here I am with a fractured wrist standing there, calming her down. No, it's okay. I'm fine. And she's freaking out. And so then I promptly got myself into the car and drove myself to the OR.
You shouldn't have done that, right?
What?
Driven yourself with one arm to the OR.
But I had an automatic, so it's not a big deal. And it's not like it was broken. It was just a little fracture inside, and I just had to get away from her. So I was, hey, look, see, I'm fine. I'm leaving. I'm going back to work. I didn't even tell her I was going to the ER.
Yeah.
I think we both said OR. I meant ER. The ortho ER.
Right. That's right.
I drove myself to the OR. Where someone's going to do brain surgery.
Perform my own surgery.
Do it yourself, OR. Yeah. So it has been a trying few weeks, let me tell you. There have been a few situations where we have rubbed a little.
Yeah. Well, and that's you with my mom and me with my dad, right? And we always get along pretty well. I mean, he's pretty quiet, so there's never any issue. But he has been dying to come home so bad that he and I have been clashing because, believe me, I want him home too. But I don't want him home if he is going to sit there like a potato,
Well, he's going to sit there like a potato, Juliet.
What in the world? So I keep telling him, and you try to be reasonable. You're like, you know what? You can come home on Thursday if your PT and all your doctors feel like you can come home on Thursday. But you don't get to pick if you're coming home on Thursday. Oh, that's what I get from it. Oh, this is ridiculous. I'm like, well, you didn't get your medical license.
Well,
had you, then maybe you could have, but no. Now there was this huge meeting in the dialysis center where his nephrologist is there, some other physician is there, social worker, and blah, blah, blah. And they were having like some sort of powwow. So they reached out and called me. So I was on that meeting, and everyone's kind of giving all their updates and how it's affecting the other specialties. And as it turns out, his protein is like half of what it should be. Everyone was like, yes, protein, protein, protein. I told him yesterday, I said, look, you need to be drinking protein shakes. They're like this big. A little 5-year-old can drink that, right? And you would think that out of everything, you got to give yourself shots for diabetes. You got to take like 900 medications per day. You've got, to walk with a walker, all these bad things, right? Someone asks you to drink one Ensure drink with your meal per day to get your protein up. And he's like, nah. It's like giving broccoli or Brussels sprouts to a 5-year-old. No, I can't eat it. Well, you're going to sit there and you're going to eat it. And then it sits there on the plate, right? And I'm like, that's the fight you're going to have? That's your battle right there? That's what you're choosing.
Poor little fella.
And I'm just like, oh my gosh. And then it's worse than having your own kids, right? Because you have that fight and I'm used to that fight and I win that fight, typically. But it's a parent and they are adults.
And they parented you.
Right. So there are certain limits that you have with your own parents, even though they're acting like your kids, that you can't overcome. And you're like, dude, you're a protein. You got to drink it. No, don't want to. No, you're going to drink it. No, I don't want to. Okay, then. I mean,
what can you do?
What else can you do? You're like, unless I hold his nose and shove it down his throat, which I'm not going to do, what other recourse is there?
Yeah, what are you going to do? Ground him?
I know.
Take the phone away?
I'm taking away your walker.
Right.
Sit there.
Right. Okay. He's going to likely do that anyway. Right. Because I love your dad. I love him. I do. But the man is lazy. He's a lazy kind of guy.
Oh, my gosh. Well, I already told him. I said, you're going to have to start doing some stuff that I know you don't want to do. But just so you know, Ron and I are exhausted. Right? We are all exhausted.
Yeah.
And I said, we just can't continue at this level. We want to make sure that we're helping you get to be able to walk by yourself again.
Yeah.
And I don't want to even consider what happens if you don't.
Oh, well.
You know what I mean? And I think he knows, you know what I mean? So I'm just like,
well, here's my concern.
I'm giving you a carrot. Make sure you jumping take it, because
if you don't, this is now or never. It's make or break. And his legs are starting to swell again, which really worries me. And I feel for him. I really do. I feel for him. He's a good guy. I love him. There's only so much I can do to help him.
Well, like I said before, I mean, there's only so much we can do. And they are still adults.
Yeah.
They're still of sound mind. So they get to pick and choose what they can and cannot do, or will and will not do.
Right.
And we can't stop them if they choose the wrong option.
Here's what's funny about this whole thing. Okay. Many, many years ago, we were at a Monday night dinner, and we were, I can't remember what we were having. And Ron was teasing me, and maybe I was going to eat a slice of pie or something like that. And he was teasing me, and he said, "Do you really think you should eat that?" And he was joking, and I was like, ha, 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 whatever, I'm going to eat it. And now I'm going to eat too, right? And your mother took the comment seriously. I knew Ron was joking. We tease about that kind of thing, whatever. Your mother took the comment seriously, and she said, "Don't you want him to tell you when you're doing something wrong?" And I said, "He's not my dad, and I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm eating a slice of pie," or whatever it was. And he's just joking. And he's like, "Mom, I'm just joking." And she said, "Yeah, but," because then when Ron questions her, then she has to dig in, right? Because now the Holy Child has spoken, right? And now she's, now she's really got to make her point. No. When you're doing something that's not right, don't you want someone to tell you? And I said, well, again, no, I don't. No. When you're doing something wrong, no. And someone tells you, then yes, that is okay. That is a good thing. And now, how the tables have turned.
Oh, yeah, because if you tell her, hey, you shouldn't be doing that, don't tell me what to do.
Whoa. She's getting told what to do plenty. Yes. And it is funny to watch her and Ron circle each other, like, with one foot nailed down, each of them, right? And circling each other. Because Ron's saying, Ma, you need to be doing this. You need to be doing that. And she says, well, I forget. And he says, well,
I'm reminding you.
Right, I'm reminding you. And here's a little notebook. So you should be writing these things down. Write down how many repetitions you do with the stretch. Write this, do that. Oh, you are so mean to me. Don't be so mean.
Yeah, she gets overwhelmed.
Oh, yeah.
If there's choice. I mean,
What?
Two things. Either this or that. Wait a minute. I. That's it. That was little
That's
coffee.
what your mother sounded like on the toilet that time.
But yeah, she gets overwhelmed very easily. If she's in pain, that's her focus. Pain, right? Then don't give her an option. You can't tell her, okay, well, now you have to write it down. So not only are you doing exercises, but now you got to write it down. And when you're eating, you also write it down. And when you're this, you write it down. For her, it's just like, wait, what? And I don't necessarily completely understand it, but I see it.
Yeah.
I see it when Ron will ask her to do it.
And she gets overwhelmed, yeah.
And she starts to get irritated. That's because she's overwhelmed,
That's
you know? And
because-
she's just like,
That's because she is seeing herself come out in Ron. And she doesn't like it.
well,
But I have to say, there's a part of me that is highly entertained watching
I
the
know,
whole
with the
thing.
two of them, yeah.
Because he told her, okay, you need to, and he is right about this, you need to know your medications. You need to know what medications you're taking and when you're taking them and what they're for.
What a task that was, because I saw that brewing.
Oh, yeah. He's right.
Oh, yeah.
Here she is, empirically. There is nothing wrong with her mind. Now, there is some cognitive decline, but that's because she's in her mid-80s.
Right.
But
Just
there's
normal
no
cognitive.
dementia. There's no general issue, right? However, for some reason, there is a limit to what she can or is willing to do. Okay? And so she is...
Because for her, being overwhelmed is exhaustion.
Well, okay, and that's fine. This is new to me. So even though I've known her some 20 years, now we're in a place where I'm seeing, not only living with her, seeing it face to face, but I'm seeing it at a different level than I ever have before.
Yeah.
But Ron, who is right about this, you need to know, especially if something happened to your dad. I think your dad has been doing a lot more for her than the rest of us realize. And now he's not there to do it.
Right.
And so Ron has said to her, you need to be knowing what your pills are and when you're supposed to be taking them. And so he set her on the task of memorizing her medications. And
That was like, what, a month ago or 2 months ago?
that started right after we moved in.
Listener, she only knows one. That's it.
No. She was so proud of herself that she memorized every pill, all of her medications that she's supposed to be taking.
She did. She finally did.
Now, here's what she didn't do. She told me, Joy, I need you to go to the vitamin store and get me some Boswellia. And I said,
Boswellin. Yeah,
okay.
Boswellin.
And she wrote it down for me and told me what to get, right? I go to the vitamin shop, I go in there, I find it, and I buy it. And this is my fault, too, but I go back to the house. I say, okay, well, here's your Boswellia. And then I think to myself, you know, maybe I should go check that giant stash of vitamins she has in the hall closet, right? I go in there, I start shuffling the pills around,
Probably 4 or
and
5
don't you
of them.
know, there are 2 full containers of that Boswellia alone. And those vitamins all have expiration dates. It's not like you can buy a bottle of vitamins. And having worked in the pharmaceutical industry, you would think she would understand that. But there are...
Oh, no. Having worked in the pharmaceutical industry, you know what taught them? Oh, that the date on the bottle, it's still good for 6 months to a year.
Well,
That's what they always said.
that's true
I'm
for
like, well,
everything. That's true
okay.
for everything.
Yeah.
You have got to check the expiration date of whatever you're about to put in your yapper over there, because chances are good that jar of mayonnaise has been sitting on the shelf in there for a year, maybe longer.
Past its due date, yeah.
In fact, I was thinking we could start a game. Who has the oldest expiration date?
Who finds the oldest? Yeah. Did you go through those yet? Because we'll have to go through those supplements or
yet.
whatever and just toss them.
Not yet, but okay. Let's see. What else? I wonder if I could try to find one clip to talk about. Let me see.
Yeah.
So I'm still recording stuff. The problem is I just don't have time to, manage it and do whatever. But I did think this clip was particularly funny. This is a rare glimpse into your childhood and your grandparents, Pepita and Manuel.
Oh, okay.
Okay? And it's starting with you giving Ron a little grief.
It's like I saw a Far Side. I think it was a Far Side cartoon.
To him.
And a Far Side
took one of his little adventure people, and then what did you do, Ron? Huh? What did you do to him? The guy in white. The guy in white. You took and you put him on a light bulb.
Yeah.
And you burnt the hell out of him. And then he flicked him off, and the light bulb still had all that burnt plastic crap all over him. He was like,
she remembers that, but she doesn't remember pooping in the garage. Come on. Please.
He's so stuck on that.
okay.
What about Armstrong?
Oh, Stretch Armstrong?
Stretch Armstrong, that was before Denville.
Yeah.
That was, Stretch Armstrong was his doll about this big. Do you
What's
remember
it?
him?
Mm-hmm.
And he got it for Christmas one year. And every once in a while, my mom would have to work, so we would stay with my grandparents, who were right next door.
Yeah.
And we went over there, and I had, like, those old porcelain tea sets, right? And he had his Stretch Armstrong and whatever other crap we brought with us, right? So one day, I guess we must have been all over Audrey's house. So their next door neighbor, Audrey, the two of them were retired. They had no kids. They loved us. We would always go over there instead of spending time with my grandparents. We would go across the street or next door.
Audrey
So
and
we
Les,
were
they
there.
were beautiful people, really.
And we come back, and all our toys. So my grandparents had like a two-story house with a patio in the back, and then the backyard. And we come by, and all our crap was thrown out the window and back on the patio. So my grandmother must have been cleaning up, and she's like, let me just throw this outside. Well, the tea set was all broken because it was all made out of porcelain. I don't know what the hell she was thinking, but okay. And then Ron had little Stretch Armstrong that like hit the pavement and broke his back or whatever. And now, because it was
Broke
rubber, but
jelly
if you
back.
didn't stick him in hot water, he wasn't pliable. Yeah, he was hard as a rock.
I forgot
right?
about that.
So whatever gel was in there was red. Do you remember? It was red gel in there that was like hard as plastic. So when she threw him out the window, he hit the cement and got scratches on him, right? So we were like, oh my God.
Bleeding.
So we put him in water, right, to stretch him again, hot water. And when we pulled at him, of course, then all the red started to ooze out like blood. And Ron was crying, his Stretch Armstrong, he's dying.
Oh yeah, he loves that. He loved that toy. And
I was just like, oh boy, we were sticking Band-Aids on him. Do you remember putting Band-Aids on him?
What are you doing?
We didn't know what to do. We were like, oh my God.
Does he? You think he needs to go out? I don't think so. I put him out a bunch today.
Yeah.
And I can put him out on the line
no, it's okay.
Oh, that he dog. needs to go out. Do you need to go out? Do you need to go out?
I don't yes.
Come on, Stinky. I'll put you out. You stink.
I'm a
You stink. He did. He was stinking. All right. So there's a little glimpse into your childhood, and your mother goes on to talk about Manuel and Pepita a little bit, but I don't know where that clip is. I'll have to find that later. Maybe we'll talk about it some other time. But
The funny thing is as I'm listening to that, they were all about, just get it out of here. Nothing that is kid related is important, right? So that's kind of why all our stuff ended up at the bottom on the patio. But
on the concrete patio.
Right. Never said a word, never said, I'm sorry for breaking your stuff or anything. But at the same time, when my mom got there and saw that our toys were broken, they were never replaced. She was
angry.
She was really angry.
Yeah.
And she was like, I don't understand how you could do this and blah, blah, blah. But they were never replaced by anybody.
Wow.
So it's just so funny because now I would have been like, ugh, let me go buy Aaron or Caitlin or whatever.
Let me go replace that table that I took to Habitat for Humanity. That was damaged. Okay?
But so I was just like, okay.
All right. Well, that's all we have for today. And we thank you for your continued support. And yeah, we hope
and helping us get through our new current
era of darkness.
This is medieval times.
That's right. Complete with a Mote Dragon. Except I don't feel like I'm living in a castle.
Is the Renaissance coming soon?
It's more like a prison on a cliff. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's all for today. And thanks for listening and supporting us. And we will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I hope you enjoyed listening and sharing a laugh or two with us. Stay tuned for more Everyday Macaroni adventures on future podcast episodes. And if you want to see some pictures of us, you can follow us on Instagram and Facebook by searching @EverydayMacaroni or #EverydayMacaroni. And now you can also watch us on YouTube. Just search Everyday Macaroni and our new channel will pop up. If you want to shop for some fun macaroni merch, head over to everydaymacaroni.com. Don't forget, if you have a blended family story to share, email us at info@everydaymacaroni.com and put the word share in the subject line. You can also call us on our Macaroni Fun Phone at 919-729-2043. Your story might end up on a future episode, and how fun would that be? Super fun. Finally, don't forget to give us a good review and download your favorite episodes. A share would be nice too. The more interaction we get for the podcast, the more episodes we can post. Again, thanks for listening, and join us for the next episode of